$1,000,000.
Oh, shucks. There's more than 1,000, I betcha.
But how can we take it with us?
And the house had been burned down.
Oh, yes! Yes! Yes!
We're here, it's the familiars. What's going on? I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that my buddies are here. We're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons. We're professional actors, and we are bringing you the best GD stream of Dungeons and Dragons on the internet. Well, we are also at our season finale of the first season of the Familiars. I know. I'm super sad about it, but I'm not that sad because we're gonna be back after Labor Day with more amazing episodes that are going to be somehow, some way even better than the ones we've given out thus far. If you want to take this break to catch up on our episodes on demand, check out our YouTube channel and just start it up one. You know what I mean? Like sit down, turn on the tube of the U, and just like relax, because that's what summer's about. And you can catch up and leave us a comment. Tell us your friends, follow us on the socials, and if you really like what we're doing, you can head over to our Patreon and toss us a couple bucks. It helps us keep bringing you the top tier content that we love to bring you. All right? I don't know, like I just want to start playing, but I got to remember to introduce my buddies. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So first and foremost, we've got Alex Henriksen playing Rooster, Dragonborn, Barbarian. We got Austin Durant playing Thibodeaux, Human Bard. Can't talk right now because of the Orb of Dragonkind. We've got Ben Horner playing Warforged Sorcerer, Captain Chowder. We've got Annalise Lawson playing Worthy, our Tiefling Cleric. We've got Justin being played by Zach Appleman. He's a half-elf ranger. John, we miss you, but maybe his voice will trickle in somehow, some way through the magic of theater. We're the Familiars, wow, I mean, it's been such an incredible journey thus far. I feel so blessed to be amongst such a storied crew of performers. If you are like me and having a little bit of feels about reaching the end of our first season, you can wrap yourself up in our amazing merch that you can find on our website. And when you walk around and people are like, what is that? You'll be like, stop, give me your phone. And then you're just gonna like and subscribe all of the things so that, yeah, check out Bag of Holding.
Whoa,
Alex is holding it up right now.
nice.
Bag of Holding. Imagine walking around, I don't know, a major city.
Or a small town.
Or a small town. The
Indianapolis.
woods. you know, just
whatever your favorite terrain might be.
yeah,
Yeah.
and someone says nice bag, and you're just like, it's a bag of holding actually.
Well, can I
And
tell
they're
you
like,
a
what's
real
that?
story?
Please.
That happened to me
Yeah.
in India, but imagine it's in Indianapolis.
Please.
But I was walking down York Street in Highland Park, Los Angeles, and somebody, had this bag, and they went, "Hey, where'd you get that?" I was like, "Oh, the Familiars." They were like, "You play D&D?" And I said, "Yeah, it's a D." And so it was just like, I feel like what I like about it is I feel like a grown up holding it. I feel my age. But like I have my inner child
It's so
with
heavy.
me, and then like other people, I know it's like my inner child, and like it's weeping, and I'm like, come with me, I
It's
love
just
you.
broken down.
Yeah, it's just like had a really hard time. But then someone else's inner child sees me on the street and is like, hey, let's go have fun. I could have sold this better, but it was like a nice thing.
You couldn't have sold it better. Not
No,
at
I
all.
like the story.
I love
I'll
that
take
story.
two.
Yeah, I like
Okay,
the story.
That's great. So buy one and let your inner child see other inner children, and stop what you're doing and head to a park. Go play somewhere.
Touch grass. Did I
Touch
say that right?
grass. Touch grass.
Smoke-
Take your shoes
smoke
off.
grass.
Make
Smoke
fist
grass.
with your toes.
Smoke weed every day.
Don't do that. It fucks up your life. Anywho, heard it here first. I'm just speaking from experience. Now let's get into a recap
Wait.
here.
Hey, Joby, I just had a question about the Orb of Dragonkind, since
Yeah,
it's like sort of really got me
Yeah.
by the balls, no
talk about
pun
it.
intended. I don't think I can use any of the spells in it if I don't have a voice. So like, it's not really, it doesn't do, so then it like doesn't do anything.
Well, is that true,
Like,
or can it
is that-
dispense with them like a candy machine?
That's what I'm wondering.
That's a great.
Like
That's a
any
great
of it.
question.
Because I know one of the condition that I rolled, for those who haven't caught up, so there's like a minor, like a detrimental condition that we roll for when we first get or first attune to it, I guess. And the condition that I got was that I lost my voice. And does that mean that any verbal spells are also like I can't cast them?
That doesn't feel like fair to me. I don't know if we're gonna go raw on this. That's rules as written.
Or is the Orb of Dragonkind just overpowered and
No,
it's like
it's not. You
Doesn't
roll on.
seem
So the Orb of
that
Dragonkind is a wondrous item, an artifact, and it's a special item in the Dungeon Master's Guide because it is under the category of sentient magic items, which means that it has a mind of its own. Other sentient magic items are items such as the Book of Vile Darkness.
June.
So, what that means is that it has minor beneficial properties, major beneficial properties, and you find those out by rolling on random tables or picking them yourself. I chose to roll on random tables, and one of the major detrimental properties that this wondrous magic item has is you are not able to speak. That being said, it has spells within it. So, you know what? I'm making a call. I'm the Dungeon Master. And I'm going to say that the detrimental magic property, the major detrimental property of not being able to speak is bad enough for a magic user such as Thibodeaux. And I'm going to say that since this magic item is sentient, why don't you give those spells a cast and see what happens?
Does that mean I would like ignore all the basically all the component elements of the spells?
No, I would say that
Because-
all of them are going to be there, and I would probably I would say that maybe this magic item has a voice of its own.
Like scrying, for example, you need like a crystal ball, but or a focus. So is the orb itself the focus?
I would
in
say
this case?
yes, and over our hiatus, I will make sure that I'm not
that
breaking the
seems-
game.
That
That
sounds
seems
fair.
right.
It feels fair to
that sounds
us.
right.
And let me
Because
just
they
say,
say, like, the way they describe it, it's like
Yeah.
you see dragon eyes moving around inside the
right.
ball. So
Exactly.
like I'd be like double fisting focuses and
Yeah. We don't want anybody to have to double fist.
Is there a joke about Rooster's genitalia?
Orifices. Oh.
And with
What?
that, we're going
What?
to dive in to our recap.
technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. So, y'all. So, let's get this party started. I think. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just the dungeon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's
kill that
get
giant
this
master.
adventuring party started.
Oh,
There we
look
are.
at what you did there, Ben.
Thank
you.
I like that.
Last time on the familiars. Here we go. The familiars looked at Thibodeaux's skin, still imprinted with what looked to be red dragon scales.
God.
As Thibodeaux himself learned more about what the full scope of the Orb of Dragonkind actually did. So we just talked about that a little bit, but most importantly, we should all remember that he learned that as he attuned to it, he lost his ability to speak. The weave giveth, and the weave taketh away, and nothing comes for free in Faerun. You can tell the synopsis that I wrote at like 5:30 in the morning. The party traveled deeper into
It's
the Nithrek.
wonderful.
Thank you, Alex.
That's a t-shirt. That's a t-shirt.
I agree. I mean, and let me just say, if y'all are saying that's derogatory, that's on you. I'm saying I spit straight fire at 5:30 in the morning.
That's right. That's correct.
The party traveled deeper into the Nithrek and came to a fork in the road. The party decided to turn right towards the smell of acrid rot, hoping to find the dragon, Snagtooth, and treat with them further. After descending into an unpaved tunnel that looked to be more mine than passage, Geston heard monstrous voices just around the corner. He tried to advance stealthily, but was detected, and a fight broke out between a large mutated giant and their boggle counterparts and the party of the familiars. Rooster currently is nerfed with some kind of evil eye after looking directly at the into the gaze of this mutated giant. But Geston sent off 2 arrows from his oath bow, which struck true. And we pick up with the party in mid-battle, just after Geston recognized the voice of his former teacher, Albranthier.
What? Wait, what?
Familiars.
Oh.
Joby!
Familiars. Familiars! This is our party right here.
smiling.
And we're going to just bop right over to mid-battle. We're going to pick up it. We just had Geston's turn.
And that giant is bloodied now, right?
That giant
Yeah.
is effed up after Geston has, I think, done in one turn approximately, I want to say 60 points of damage, maybe?
Jeez Louise.
So
Well,
just
it's
on
because on all those multiple D6s, I got like 6s on all of them. Like that's never happened before. That was a good roll.
that's a good
Yeah.
roll. Good roll. You're throwing rocks tonight. Everyone else
Yeah,
is dead in
baby.
the water. That's from Lebowski. So Geston, talk to me about what's going on. What's going through Geston's mind? He just heard Albranthier's voice, and we can sort of take a pause in the combat just for a moment to get a little window into what's everybody as everybody looks to you. There's like a moment of hesitation. What are people seeing?
I'm very confused by it. I know that the oath bows usually have a voice according to legend, so I've heard a whisper from it before, but this is the first time I've heard it clear enough to recognize the voice and also to hear it say my name. But as far as I know, Albranthier's dead. It's just I'm very confused, and I'm also just like, this fucking, I can't fucking deal with you right now. Damn it.
Yep.
So you just see him sort of agitated and confused by it.
This is as the large giant, which is technically called a Fomorian, is writhing in pain. All of you see that this being here is now covered in just black blood, streaming out of 2 huge wounds, trying to get the arrows out to, find some kind of relief. That being said, up next in the turn order, Captain Chowder, you
All right.
are back here with the party. You can see here, I'll get a full screen view here. And got about, if I remember correctly, about 60 or so feet to get to these
To that
folk
corner
up
there?
here. Yeah.
All right, so how many beings can I see there besides the giant? Are there
you
a bunch
got-
of little boggles and what all?
You've got these folk here. Let me see if I can get a good view of it for you.
Oh,
1,
DM,
2,
the
3,
Is
4,
the
Pit
Pit
5.
Fiend
Fiend?
there is
Oh,
still
thank you. The Pit Fiend. Yes, the Pit Fiend is absolutely there. I'll get
just
that
in
up
front
right
of
now.
Rooster.
Just in front. I don't know
great.
if it was just in front of Rooster.
I think
It was.
it was-
Well, it's 30 feet away from me.
Okay, let me
Or
measure.
no, it's 60 feet away. Let me check.
All right.
I was right behind the Pit Fiend because I know that I took cover behind the Pit Fiend, so I could use my dodge thing.
All right. Well, I caught it all on tape, so check us. But I
It's
trust
30
you.
feet ahead of where I am.
Okay, great. So in order to answer your question, Chowder, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 beings that you can see. 3 boggles, 1 giant. What would you like to
All
do?
right. I am going to cast Fireball
Yeah.
at the third level.
Okay.
And I guess kind of centering on the giant. I want to hit, I think I have 20 feet radius,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check that. 20-foot radius sphere. So I want to hit as many as I can.
Okay.
Ideally all.
Great. Go ahead. Oh no, you just cast it.
How many am I hitting there? All of them?
Let's see. You're hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're gonna hit a bunch.
Yes.
So
Yes.
let's go ahead
Okay.
and roll. It's a dexterity save.
Yeah, Dex 14, I believe.
We got one roll for the Fomorian coming in at a 6. That's going to definitely
yes.
hit. And then we're gonna go ahead and roll for each boggle.
Each one, huh?
Each one. Here we go. And I know you
Okay.
said what the DC is. Just remind me.
14.
14. That's a fail.
Fail.
That's a succeed. A succeed, otherwise known as a success. And that is a success to
Ooh.
tie.
Did I succeed?
We've got another success. I wouldn't fret yet, Mr. Horner. Because,
I guess I'll still be standing close to some fires.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So we've got 2 failures and 3 successes. Go ahead and roll damage, please.
Okay.
Here it comes.
All
The
right.
Fomorian takes 29
Take it.
points of damage as this
Damn.
fireball erupts around them. And half of 29 is... half of 28 would be 16, I believe.
14.
I'm a
14.
dungeon master, not a mathematician. As
14.
the boggles erupt in flame, all of you hear these high-pitched screams and these little jettisons of black oil shoot out from their bodies and immediately erupt into flame around them just for a moment as 2 boggles die. And
Huzzah.
the others look quite, in technical terms, effed.
So I believe I also surge.
Yes, go ahead and roll on your wild magic table.
Stand back, children.
Yeah, so hold on. Oh, everyone, look away. 99.
99.
Oh, no, the orifices.
Oh
Great. 99. That's not going to be
99.
bad. They didn't save
I-
anything for 99.
no! Maybe the top ones are like you become like the top dog. You become the king.
Find God. Oh no.
No.
No, I can't talk.
The music stopped.
Yeah, what
Already
do you mean
stopped the music.
The music stops.
Chowder.
No.
As Fireball erupts out of your hands and explodes, doing an immense amount of damage to all of the surrounding beings.
Okay.
You feel the surge of magic just bubble up through your panda-constructed body as
Okay.
Liamon's tiny hut is cast around the character.
Around me.
Around you, centered on you.
Okay.
All of you look back and see Chowder freaked out for a second, but then completely protected by Liamon's tiny hut.
And these no one can come inside it who's not in it now, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I
I don't hate
if
that.
someone, Thibodeaux, I think
Yeah,
if
that's
you
right.
have,
Yeah.
no one can come inside it, including
No
the
one
party.
can go inside. He can leave it, and it'll go away.
Right.
But no one can go inside it. That's not in the circle, in the diameter when it's cast.
Fantastic.
It's 10 feet.
Okay.
Oh, well, I might. Because I want to do a quicken spell really
Or
quick
10 foot radius.
and do a cantrip.
You can't cast from inside of Liamon's tiny hut?
You can't cast through.
Okay.
You can't cast through the hut.
Great.
Okay, so
Okay.
I haven't moved yet. Can I move out of it then?
Yes,
to
you can.
hit? Okay. Well, we gone already. Sorry, hut. Butt dial. And then I go 10 feet out of the hut. Used quicken spell for a firebolt on the big giant.
Great. Fantastic. You're gonna go 1, 2, and Firebolt is a ranged spell attack, I believe. Go ahead and
Ranged.
roll. Roll attack. Let's see what happens.
There we go. Pretty good. 22.
22 is gonna hit. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Okay. 12 damage.
12 damage. Let's see what happens. Thank you, D&D Beyond. Oh, wow. It's hurting. This giant is hurting. Cries out, "Oh no, this wasn't supposed to happen!" And up next, we've
Says
got...
the DM.
Yeah, what? No, it's the giant. Up next is Worthy. Go, unless you want to move any more, Mr. Chowder. Mr. Captain.
No, I'm fine where I am.
All right.
Yeah, that's captain to you.
Yeah, of course. So sorry. Worthy, you have the Pit Fiend up in front of you, 30 feet away. A little bit of cover. What would you like to do?
I think I might have actually been a bit further because I remember
that
moving
as
up 30
well.
feet to halfway to where Rooster was out of cover.
Which would mean the Pit Fiend would be further out.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right.
Worthy speaks a holy word and casts command at is it the Furian?
Fomorian.
Fomorian.
Yeah.
I don't know where my head is. I'd like to cast command at the first level.
Great. Okay. Command coming through. Around the Fomorian. What kind of... Is it a save, I believe? Wisdom?
So wisdom save 14.
Here comes the roll. They are going to fail as they roll a 12. Go ahead and command it as you see fit.
So Worthy says squish and just like to the boggles around the Fomorian.
Great.
Wish.
Squish.
As the Fomorian yells out, "Squish!" and looks at its boggle counterparts. Up next, we have the Fomorian. The Fomorian looks at the boggle next to it. And it turns and is going to attack with its great club.
I wish Squish was
Going to hit.
spell.
As the Fomorian evaporates in a cloud of black goo, dead.
You mean the boggle, right?
That's what I said.
That's what you said. That's what I heard.
And wow, great, fantastic. Okay, the Fomorian is then going to look at all of you and say, "No, no, no," and is going to run. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Top of the round, Rooster. What would you like to do? You are currently, let's see.
Now Rooster's handicapped somehow right now?
60 feet.
Right?
Rooster
Yeah, I
has
got
half
Christy
movement
Evil Eye.
and disadvantage on all ability checks and attack rolls. Attack roll that are made with strength and dexterity. Since Rooster is raging,
Right.
if Rooster attacks recklessly, that disadvantage will be counteracted. That makes sense.
I would like to attack recklessly, but I don't think I can even get there, right?
You cannot, because you do have an increased movement speed up to 40. You could dash to 80. However, that's all halved. So if you dash, you could only go 40 feet.
Can you get to any of the boggles that are still
Are there
left?
any of the boggles around there?
Let's see. Yes, you can get. No, the boggle. They're just out of
And I couldn't
just out
even
of
attack
reach.
the boggle, right? I think Rooster's gonna just.
Do you have that javelin still?
And have an existential crisis.
Rooster.
I think Rooster's just gonna be like, I am of no use here. What is
Rooster.
the point of Rooster?
Says
Give up.
Rooster out loud, next to the pit fiend. That
I say, in my time, I used to kill kings and queens. And now, I cannot even kill a boggle. I am cursed by the evil eye. It is all I see.
now it's the boggle's
That's it.
turn.
Great.
Fantastic, wonderful. The boggle
It's a character choice.
that you can see looks to you, Rooster, and on the ground in front of it spits out this puddle of oil that coats. Let me see here, just making sure that I'm running these boggles the raw way. It is
Makes me so uncomfortable whenever we say the raw way.
Do it the wrong way.
just an acronym, but I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. The next 5 feet of it. Is that correct? As it spits it out in front of itself.
Ugh.
You see it run into it and disappear.
Oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Anybody else, you hear two little sort of sounds of kind of disgusting throw up, and then hear two more disappear.
Oh.
As you hear the Fomorian say, "No! Where are you going? My army! My army! My friends!"
Goddamn. Oh, now I feel bad for the guy.
And the Bogles disappear. Up next, we've got Thibodeaux. You, sir, are listening in to Rooster's existential crisis here. The pit free in front of you. Bogles have disappeared. Fomorian on its way out. What would you like to do?
Ooh, how bad is this giant looking?
Very bad.
Very bad.
Yes.
Put him down. Yeah.
God. Okay. I'm just gonna I'm gonna move a little closer to the giant.
Great. Let me see. We'll get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's your movement right now. Let's see what you're looking at.
I shouldn't have had an existential crisis. I'm sorry, everybody.
You've got the giant.
It's a
right
strong character choice.
here.
Don't apologize.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, but it's not as much fun. Like I could've-
Super fun.
Oh,
I love
you're
role playing in this house.
I'm having a terrible time.
I still have
Sorry.
Death Ward cast on me.
Yes, you do.
That's
Giant's 48 feet away,
as close as I can.
unless you dash.
No, I don't want to dash. I want to get as close as I can, and then just continue to take the dodge action.
Fantastic. You take the dodge action. Up next.
Actually,
Go ahead.
yeah. So I'm 48 feet away.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
All right.
That should be out of range for any area of effect spells that anyone might cast.
Just on.
Do I have a line of sight on the Flamorian, or do I need to move a little bit?
You need to move a bit.
All right, just move me so I got a beeline on him.
All right, bring us home, Justin.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right, and I'm going to shoot my oath bow again, aiming for that big. Oh, I guess his eye is facing away from me, so I'm just gonna aim like square in the back.
Great.
So I'm gonna roll to hit.
Aim for its big, juicy butt. Captain
Today's
yells.
show is brought to you
27.
by orifices.
And raw.
Roll damage.
Go ahead and roll damage. 27 definitely
This
hits.
Plus
Wow.
4d6. 2, 3, 4. Plus
Justin,
1,
I hope you don't die
8.
because.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So that's going to be
19.
27 plus 4.
48.
31.
31.
Bye-bye.
Swift death to my enemies as the arrow flies through the air, lands directly in its big giant butt. As the Fomorian says, "No! No! No!" and dies before all of you.
Yes.
Are any of those boggles still present and alive that I
Not
can
that
see?
you see, not that you see.
Okay.
Let's get the fantastic as you win.
Are we still in initiative?
No.
No. Okay.
The Rooster stands up and goes, "That's right, that's what you get. I was there the whole time."
The pit fiend looks to you with a strange stoicism.
I have a question, DM, about this Guardian of Fate.
Yes.
So it says that I cast it within range at a space that I can see, and then it moves. It lasts for 8 hours. But if I move away from the space that I can see, does the pit fiend go away? Or
can
could it move
can
with
it follow
us?
you? Yeah. Doesn't it have locomotion?
Checking the rules. Feel free to roleplay as I look.
Are there any little puddles still there from the boggles?
You
on the
go
ground?
and check, Captain.
I'm
And
looking for them.
as you go to see whether they are still there, they have disappeared.
Okay.
Justin yells out to the children. He says, because they're sort of hanging out in the back, he says, "Come close, stay close to us. We don't know when those boggles are going to come back."
Bertram and Pippa come up next to you.
I'd like to check out the giant. Maybe loot the hell out of that thing.
Yeah.
What do we got here? Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna take a trip to the free store. I just...
As you take a moment to look around, I'll move you in.
Any orbs?
You find 4 orbs of dragonkind. No. Go ahead, Chowder, and make an investigation check. In answer to your question, Worthy, I don't think that it moves.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately, I'm not seeing. Yeah.
He didn't.
I
see
think it's like a defensive move, which, just for the record, you cast strategically, I think, well.
Thanks.
If anything came at you,
Makes me
they'd
feel
have to
good
deal with the
about
Guardian of
myself.
Faith. And if
Yeah,
you are
for 8
bottlenecking
hours.
something to throw something in front, it's a great cast, and it's a powerful cast.
Oh,
But I don't think that it moves.
well, that's okay. I just feel real good about myself. Thanks, Joby.
I promise, my
it. Now
job.
do Rooster.
Okay. Rooster.
Just kidding.
What happened?
Hey, bud.
What happened?
was trying to play Juliet.
Okay, so Chowder,
Sorry,
with
sensei
a
joke.
roll of a...
So I tied the
6.
chaos it and got a 6. Yeah,
You did.
I did. And 6 is the best. Of the
I
two.
see those two because you rolled a 6
the
and then
better
a 1.
of the two.
The better of the two. So you look around and you're looking for treasure. Everybody go ahead and make an investigation check. Chowder, you,
Hi.
while everybody else was rolling, are taken in with the surrounding area. These glowing rocks are just quite interesting. They take your attention away from anything that you were doing prior. And you also check out this pool of water over here. Chowder, you can't smell, so as you approach it, it doesn't really bother you. But as everyone else comes on into the room, the smell that was this kind of acrid, vinegary smell is very powerful and potent in this room. And the closer you get to this groundwater, the smell increases.
I got a 20, so
Rooster and I both got 20s.
Fantastic.
can we know
So
what it is?
you are investigating the fallen Fomorian, and you see that its clothing, the few vestments of clothing that it wears, it seems to have hulked out, for lack of a better word. It looks to be wearing the old vestments that it once had, but whatever mutated its body, those growths and things have eradicated the rest of its clothing. That being said, the clothing you see looks to be incredibly old. And what else do you find on that Fomorian? You see that it has a great club, and as you're looking around the room, there's not much else of note. You remember that the room you were staying in had a lot of opened chests and seemed to be stripped of any items of value, and they don't seem to be in this room. That being said, Justin, with your 20 investigation combined with Rooster's 20 being a Dragonborn, you both head over to this pool of groundwater. And as you approach, you now can confirm that this is the telltale sign of the presence of a black chromatic dragon. Justin, you begin to get a little bit close to the water, and Rooster actually puts their hand onto you and takes up a small pebble and throws it into the water, and you see this small pebble begin to smoke and steam, and this water looks to be acid.
No touchy, guys. No touchy-touchies.
Okay.
We have a black chromatic dragon here. Acid power. Be very careful. If you smell vinegar, run. Or, be brave. I don't know, I'm having a crisis.
All right, let's have some call-outs, gangs. I can't smell.
Okay, don't touch this.
All right.
Okay.
Worthy, where are you at?
Man, I don't even know. I mean, did the kids seem okay?
You take a look, and Bertram and Pippa, they will make an insight check.
$13.
You see that both Bertram and Pippa look to be holding up pretty well. Pippa maybe a little better.
All right. Can you zoom out a little bit, DM?
Absolutely.
We could notify the dragon that we did it a solid.
I'd say so.
And do I like you said the giant was wearing vestments? Do I recognize them at all? Is there any significance to them?
Make a history check.
Lukewarm rolls today.
You can't place it, but what would you see? You see that they are yeah, I can't think of anything beyond ancient with a 13. If it was a little bit higher, you'd see a little bit more.
Okay, gotcha.
Something about them.
Can Rooster turn to Thibodeaux and just go thumbs up or thumbs down? I guess I can talk. Hey, Thibodeaux, thumbs up or thumbs down for how you're feeling? Okay, we got thumbs in the middle.
It's a sort of middle ground.
And I walk over to Chowder and sort of like get Chowder's attention.
Okay,
And
yes. Oh, hey there,
then
Tibbs. Hey, buddy.
I walk over to Pippa.
Oh.
And I ask for the book that she's holding.
All right.
And I take the book and lay it on the ground and thumb through the pages looking for the spell scrying. And I point at the spell.
Pippa sees.
And I tell Chowder to look. I get Chowder to look also.
Yes. Okay. So this. Let me make sure I have this right. This means
I point to myself.
You.
And then I'm at the spell book again.
Are gonna do this spell, yes.
And I pick up a pebble and write down Lydia.
Yes.
And Winnie.
Yes.
On the stone floor.
What do you need from me?
So that I cast minor illusion to speak to Chowder. I say, show me what they look like.
Okay. All right, yes. Well.
And it just repeats again. Show me what they look like.
So I cast the cantrip minor illusion. It can be your voice, someone else's voice, image, an object.
5-foot cube.
So a 5-foot cube, so it'll be a little smaller, but I close my eyes and I need just a moment to really remember, but once their image starts forming for me, it all comes back.
Show me what they look like.
And I cast inside just a little smaller image of my wife and daughter. And Winnie is of average height, slender, but with the first thing you notice is her long black hair and dark brown eyes. And she's wearing these brown pants and a white shirt. And her hair is all up in like a messy bun. And she's holding Lydia's hand, who comes up to about her waist. And she's dirty blonde, but a short kind of boy's shaggy haircut, a big smile on her face, and an armful of flowers. And it's them standing side by side, looking at us. Still, it's just an image, but I think three-dimensional. There they are. That's them.
And I take the orb of dragonkind, and I hold it up to my eye and look through the orb at the image that Chowder showed me. And they would have to make Winnie and Lydia a spell save DC 14. Actually, what would it be? 12, so he gave me a likeness or picture. So that's -2. So the spell save.
Do you want something of theirs, Thibodeaux? I have the beautiful stein Lydia painted for me.
Yes.
Here. I see you're nodding.
So
I hand him the stein.
Yes. No words are coming. So I hold the stein in one hand. So that would be a -10 on that save, I guess.
Oh, which is good, right?
It's good.
A -4.
Yeah.
A possession or garment is a -4.
Oh, possession or garment. Yeah. -4.
Okay. So 8.
14 -4. So it's 10.
10.
Yeah. Does that make it better, or is it plus?
I still don't understand saves. Years later.
Yeah.
Math
I
hard.
still get confused.
You can see scrying. You can see and hear a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you.
Okay.
The target must make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how well you know the target and the sort of physical connection you have to it. If a target knows you're casting the spell, it can fail the saving throw voluntarily if it wants to not be observed. There are various modifiers that will be added or subtracted to the roll of the target based on either second-hand knowledge, first-hand knowledge, or if you are familiar with the target, or a connection, which is a likeness or picture, a possession or garment, or a body part, lock of hair, bit of nail, or the like. Right now you have a possession or a garment, which means that the target, when they roll a save, the difficulty class for scrying to work, I believe, is a 12, you said, Thibodeaux?
It's -14. So
it's a 14. However, because you offered the mug, it's not a 14 that they have to beat in order to have the spell take effect. It's a 10.
Now, and a lower save would be good if it was like an unwilling, like an enemy that we were wanting to see, but it may not be good if it's someone that we want to fail, right?
It's just a lower DC. Right now, scrying just looks in. If this target knows it's being scryed upon.
Sorry, Joe. I think their wisdom save is modified. So they get a minus, according to this table, they would get a minus.
Great. Okay. So
Or,
whatever they roll,
So my DC says 14, and they get a minus
4.
4 to their yeah.
Okay.
That being said,
So,
Thibodeaux,
yes. I mean,
ask the orb and reach in to see if you can cast this spell. Thibodeaux, do you have access to 5th level spells?
no. No, I don't think I do. No. No. I hate this game.
Oh, Cap.
That's all right. That's okay.
As the minor image fades. Next level, next level, next level, next level, next level.
Next level.
And I am furious. And I rear up.
Oh! I kind of come up. No. I come up to Thibodeaux. Thibodeaux. No, Thibodeaux. It's okay. No. I try to catch it. I try to stop that.
Make a dexterity saving throw, Captain Chowder.
Okay.
It doesn't break, right?
Oh, 5.
You can't break it, right?
Thibodeaux throws the orb down onto the rocky ground. It slams into the ground and is untouched.
Okay. And I say to Thibodeaux, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We know we have a lead. We know they're close. Maybe we can use it when we feel stronger. It's okay, Thibodeaux. Thank you. Thank you for thinking of me. It's okay. It's okay. And I pick up I carefully do I feel danger in like just picking up the orb to return it to him? Do I get a vibe?
You pick up the orb.
Pick up the orb and hand it.
It's a little it's surprisingly heavy.
Okay.
But you hand it to Thibodeaux.
Huh? And I hand it back to him. It's okay. I say again.
I cast minor illusion to say, I have to end this.
Okay.
I have to end this.
You mean the orb? You want to speak? Well, we want that too.
So, can we short rest for like an hour?
Yeah. How long is a short rest?
You can do whatever you want.
How do you communicate that to us?
Okay, you need to rest.
Just on nods.
All right, should we have time? Maybe should we just let the dragon know we've helped it out, and we just need a little time, and we'll be coming eventually.
Yeah, I call out. No, I guess we've been pretty noisy anyway, so it doesn't matter. I call out, Snagtooth. We felled a Felurian that was lurking around your caves. We took out a few of its boggles too. Does this grant us safe passage through your tunnels?
You wait a moment and then hear the familiar voice of Snagtooth rumble throughout the reverberate cave as he says yes. That's cool.
Okay.
That's cool, man.
All right. Thank you. All right. Okay. Wow. Ooh, such menace. All right. All right. Nap time.
Yeah, so I say to the group, let's rest here an hour, but everyone stay on your guard.
All right. You guys go ahead and take a short rest.
And I also say, clutch your belongings tight. Those boggles could pop back up at any minute, and they've got sticky fingers.
All right. I'll keep watch.
Oh, 2 falls. Your short rest passes without issue. Thibodeaux, are you becoming unattuned from the orb of dragonkind?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Oh. Yes.
You feel the power being sucked out of you and back into the orb. You look down. Your skin is back to normal, and you can speak.
What about my skin? Remember how I was cursed that I'm all grossy?
Oh, good call.
I say to everybody.
That
Yeah, Cyclops. Notice you slowed down a bit there too, Rooster. You shake that off? Gosh, I hope so.
Yes, I think I get frustrated and I feel very angry when I cannot kill stuff. I want to be of use and not just be a punching bag. I too want to punch.
Oh, but sometimes you got the flight, fight, or freeze. Sometimes you
think I
slip
got the
into that
freezes.
freeze. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this a curse that Rooster's under right now? What is?
Yes, it is. I'm just looking up to see what the length of time is on it. And
Just
I
on his. Oh, sorry.
don't see a time frame.
It's a cure curse can only be magically.
Yeah, I might need to just triple check that.
Uh-oh.
But-
Jeez.
Oof.
Each.
Justin, don't you have remove conditions?
I do, but that I think only applies to. Or Joey, let me know if this applies. For lesser restoration, you touch a creature and can end either one disease or one condition affecting it. The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. I don't think that.
Yeah, I think you need to spell
I don't
curse.
think that applies to curses.
Oh. Oh, heck of a curse there.
Does the
Rooster.
curse end when the thing cursing it is killed?
That's what I'm looking up.
Rooster goes over to the dead body and just starts hitting it.
Or
Damn
remove
you.
curse?
I hate you.
Rooster goes over and begins to just start attacking the dead Fomorian.
Sure, yeah, get it out, Rooster.
With this curse, is there like a continual saving throw that would
You
have
need
to happen that could
A
remove the
spell.
condition?
You're cursed.
Wow.
I'm cursed?
You're cursed with
Okay.
magical deformities. Everyone looks at Rooster, and Rooster, your skin is looking horrid.
Ooh.
There are all over Rooster now, basically just these growths and boils. As Rooster, you're feeling exhausted and just filled with just a sort of sense that
Rage?
you're going to be moving about half speed and have disadvantage on ability rolls and attack rolls that have anything to do with strength and dexterity.
Oh, and that's all I am.
Yeah.
Is
A
strength and
remove
dexterity.
curse spell ends a curse, and lesser restoration can also remove a curse.
Oh, but that's what you have, Justin, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Do you
let's
have
go.
lesser restoration?
I have lesser restoration, but it doesn't say anything about
You
curses.
have lesser restoration.
Also, can you learn new spells on a short rest, or is that just a long rest?
Long rest.
Long rest.
Wait, so even though it doesn't say curses in the description of lesser restoration?
Good question.
I know remove curse. I just have to learn it on the next long rest. If lesser restoration doesn't work.
This says lesser restoration, greater rest. Oh wait. Nah, this says lesser restoration according to nerdbear.com.
Shout out to Nerd Bear.
Lesser restoration, it says, does not
No, doesn't remove curses.
remove curses.
Nope. remove
Well,
curse.
I guess I'll be like this forever and no one want to smash me, and I'm so frustrated with myself. I do this all the time. I'm so critical of myself, and I get so tired of being so mean to me. I don't feel good.
Rooster
Well, we can-
continues
Be
their
beautiful.
existential crisis. I mean, finding maybe perhaps a silver lining in this curse.
And how, God?
So I say to the group, you know, we can try to continue on past through these tunnels as quickly as possible, get to the outside, or we can continue to parley with Mr. Snagtooth and try to get some treasure out of him, but that seems risky.
I want to get out of this stupid place. This stupid. I mean, what's the point even of trying to do anything? Maybe we should just live here now.
Oh, what I miss? Where sounds like.
Do we want to try?
plan.
Do we want to get out of here as quick as possible, or continue to try to
Or do we want to give up and live here? There are
stay
three
here and
options.
kill more monsters for Snagtooth and try to get some treasure out of him?
Or
Yeah, I thought we
Give
just
up.
we decided
Lay
we're
down.
talking to old Snaggletooth. Yeah, we're.
It might not be safe to try to traverse this passageway with Snagtooth as our enemy.
Well, he said he'd grant us passage.
Right. Well,
So
what's the impetus
If we
to
helped.
change plan?
no, it's just if we wanted to try to do more here and try to get some treasure out of him as well.
Oh,
You mean, you mean as a
Ooh.
reward, or?
Oh, thank
Yeah.
the gods.
Oh gosh, I've missed that.
Oh,
Oh,
thank
I've
the gods.
missed that sound. Oh, speak again. Say something else. Oh,
You mean as like a reward, or
Right.
we would be stealing from a dragon?
No, I meant as a reward.
well, now hang on a sec. I thought this dragon wanted to have a little meet with us.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, it's
But my understanding was the safe passage, unless I've missed something, which is possible, that the safe passage was if we were meeting with Snagtooth, not if we were just passing through.
That's
All
unclear
bets might
to
be
me.
off then. Yeah, so what I'm saying is we might not want to count on safe passage if we decide not to meet with Snagtooth. And that might be a
sure.
very dangerous enemy to have in dwarven tunnels we don't know well.
Well, in that case, I say we continue on the way we were going, and we'll likely bump into him.
Rooster. You get that curse sorted out?
no,
No,
Justin couldn't help you, huh?
no.
Chin up handbag. After
All
the
right.
next long rest, I'll help. If you're nice to me.
Oh,
Which you haven't been.
Don't tell me to be nice to you.
Look, this is not a consistent rule. Sometimes you do what you're told to do, sometimes you do the opposite. It's so infuriating. And, you know, maybe I'll just play it a bit more like you. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll help you, maybe I won't.
Okay, great. Become ungovernable. Who cares? What's the point of anything?
So we'll continue on. Yes.
We'll continue on because Worthy. What have you got in your back pocket? I mean, I enjoy mind games as much as anyone else. Well,
I know
don't-
the remove
but-
curse spell, but I don't know it well enough, right? I'd need to sit down and study it, study
I
my
see.
prayer book.
I see. Okay.
And I'll have to do that the next time we stop to rest for a longer time.
Well,
Take me a minute.
let me just present this then. Just in case these dragons are tricksy. And Justin, I heard you saying something about a black chromatic dragon. That doesn't sound like a straight shooter to me. If we need to do a little wet work when we talk to Snaggletooth and we need Rooster at 100%, we just let him know that we need a little time. Maybe we should go ahead and take that long rest and, clear out the gully works in old Rooster here. Get her up and running. Get her back to her former glory. Rooster's
Get
former glory.
Rooster back to Rooster's former glory. What's the point?
Thank you. Please excuse me. I apologize. What do we think about that? I took those ominous growls to mean, okay, take your time. See you in a minute. See you when I see you.
We can rest longer. Those Boggles might come back.
Can you get the hut up, Thibodeaux? I mean, I know you
Sure.
just took it down, but
Yeah, we could do it. I could do it.
Just leave me.
Long rest.
All right. I call out to Snagtooth. We're gonna take a bit longer piece of R&R before we continue on. Hope that's all right with you. And I say it sort of as politely as possible.
You hear a pause. And then the voice that comes back says, doing my best John Doherty impression.
Sure.
You have already been lucky. I cannot protect you from what may befall a group of adventurers deciding to take another 8 hours of sedentary rest in an underground dungeon filled with dragons and the like. Do as you will, but you will risk some were you to stay put.
All right.
Requisite
Well,
dragon sounds.
Thanks for the tip, Snaggle. We'll see you soon. We'll see you in 8.
Are we certain? Part of me just wants to get the F out of here.
Out of here, Justin. No. And rescind on a deal we made with the dragon? Why do you want to do that?
No, I mean, I just continue on. Meet with him.
Well, look.
Continue on.
I mean, Rooster's wings are clipped, right? Am I wrong? Is it? It seems like it's a big disadvantage. Is it just a minor?
I'm ugly looking right now.
Now, Rooster, don't
Right.
go down that.
Yeah, there's the aesthetics as well.
I don't look pretty.
Look, Rooster, just tell us straight. Does this condition seem to be a minor inconvenience, or do you really feel like you got a whole foot off the merry-go-round?
I don't care.
Well, just try to answer the question.
I don't know.
You feel cursed, and Rooster looks real bad. Rooster looks bad.
I don't.
As
You know
Rooster
what?
is speaking to you, you see another growth and boil begin to emerge from their shoulder, and
We
it's
got it.
becoming harder and harder to lie to Rooster.
Yeah,
They do look
Do
terrible.
you think I'm pretty?
I think it's pressing.
I think we gotta
you
risk
look
it.
really rough right now.
it's
Look.
pressing on their brain.
All right.
To be clear,
If something's coming, we would encounter it on the way to Snaggle, and if we got Rooster, operating with a quarter tank, I don't know what to tell you.
right,
I think it's worth the risk.
Rest, we should build fires around the
Justin.
We're
hut.
gonna die someday anyway.
Justin,
so,
would you
just throw
smash
up,
me?
Throw up the hunt. Throw up the hunt. The hut.
Who here would smash me?
Okay.
Good.
You guys
Yes.
continue this conversation.
Bertram's just like
as-
looking at you, like.
Yeah, Bertram
Can
and
we
Pippa.
build
Build some
fires
fires
around this hut, please?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah. You build. How do you want to build them? With what?
Is there any dry brush or anything? I have some
You're
in a
extra paper,
cave.
but that won't
You're
go for
under.
a
You're
while.
underground in a cave. It's You look
Is there
around.
any
Make,
I
boggle
do.
oil left around?
Not all dried up.
yeah. That's all dried up. It's rock and more rock. There are some mushrooms that are growing that you don't really. It's gonna be tough to start a fire with.
Oh, here's what I got though, okay? Rooster gets out of their own way for a second. I got some 13
Make a self-esteem
torches.
check.
I got a tinder box. I got some 9 steaks.
You have torches.
Yeah, 13 of them.
Huh. So
Not that anybody cares, because I'm so ugly. You wouldn't even take a torch from me.
Good gods, someone take the torches and set them up, please.
I'm gonna start casting while this is happening. Start casting Lehman's tiny hut.
Okay. Yeah, I'll start taking some of the torches and prestidigitation them alight.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah, whatever.
Who's knocking? Is there somebody to tell me how ugly I am?
Wherefore comes this knocking?
No,
Rooster
sorry,
just
y'all.
hears. It's
Knock,
okay.
knock.
So, you guys, Lehman's tiny hut is cast. I'll say that you place torches around Lehman's tiny hut and light them up. And a torch lasts for an hour, maybe?
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the plan here, guys? Are you guys trying to remove the
Yes.
curse? Because I
Yes,
just want
we
to
just
pull out of
wanna
the game.
remove the curse.
The curse
Just
isn't going to
remove
be
the
removed
curse.
by a long rest. It's not going to be
No,
removed.
but
No.
I can learn
Worthy's gonna-
the spell remove curse.
You have the spell
for a
remove
long
curse
rest.
after 8 hours?
Yeah.
She
I
just
need
needs
to
to
learn
prep
it.
it.
I see. I
Yeah.
thought you were looking for lesser restoration.
No,
Okay.
no.
So, you guys
Whoa, hot.
take a
hot
moment.
DM, hot dice, hot.
Season finale. So, you guys are taking 8 hours to rest, and there's going to be 3 checks, again, because you guys are in a dangerous scenario. So, who's taking watch?
I am.
All right. So, Chowder, you're taking your watch. Go ahead and roll your first perception check.
Pretty nice. 19.
19. The first bit passes without issue.
All right, so far so good.
Go ahead and roll again.
Still looking pretty good. 17.
Fairly confident as you listen in. Rooster quietly muttering to themselves, trying to talk themselves out of their own way,
You
unsuccessfully.
is good.
Justin's also sort of
Kind.
meditating with the oath bow, trying to figure out
Worthy's
speak to him or not.
taken herself to a farther away part of the hut and is just trying to focus on this spell book, and every now and then is kind of like distracted and looking up at Rooster just because Rooster hasn't been so friendly lately, and like looking at the bag of holding, just being like, no, focus.
And Rooster just looks over at Worthy and like with this really sad face, and then like a pustule comes up like right by their eye and like comes out, so it looks like Rooster's crying, but it's just pus. Thanks, Worthy. Nice of you.
Oh, that's all right. Needs to drain. That's good. It's good for it.
Give it an air bath.
Yeah, give it an air bath.
Chowder, give me that last roll, por favor.
All right. Ooh, that one's a 4.
Rooster looks so terrible that Chowder, even
Yeah.
you are having a hard time. You make a decision at some point to just look like you're doing your job,
Yeah.
but even in your panda construct form, even not being able to smell nor taste, it is what you're seeing is horrible.
Yeah.
And for a moment,
Like the air is getting kind of wavy, like right by the popped blisters.
You can see the
hot.
smell. That's how bad it smells. You can see it.
Yeah.
And you are snapped back to attention after realizing that you had kind of lost focus on exactly what your job was. Luckily, y'all got some okay rolls.
Whew, okay.
Nothing seemed to sneak up during this 8 hours
All right.
rest.
All right. Up and at them, familiars.
Justin says to Worthy, how'd your studies go?
Well, we're about to find out. Worthy goes up to Rooster, says, I need to touch you. You're gonna let me? You're gonna have something sassy to say about it.
No, and just another pustule comes out.
Worthy reaches up.
Your tongue's swollen.
And Worthy reaches up and with sort of the matter-of-factness of someone attuned to death and a lot of sickness.
Yeah.
Gently, professionally touches Rooster's chest and
You are a saint.
makes a few magical finger movements and says a holy word and casts Remove Curse.
You see as this energy wraps itself around Rooster, the pustules
Just explode on the inside of the hut.
burst into flame.
Why?
Rooster, you panic for a moment,
Oh
but
my god!
there is
Oh my god!
no
Oh my
pain.
Malar!
Nothing hurts though.
As in almost a Human Torch moment, these spirals of flame seem to just burn off all of the mutations that were surrounding Rooster. And Rooster, you now stand fully up, feeling yourself once again.
I am good.
Is that spell supposed to go that way, DM?
What?
Worthy, you got a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
fiery spells you've been keeping
Flavor.
from me.
Worthy sort of looking at her hands and it's just like, why every time, every
I don't
spell.
know why you're even surprised at this
Season
point.
finale. Come on. I gotta make the links.
Hey, Worthy. Thanks.
What?
That was real nice of you.
So what?
I just want you to know too that friends can fight. Friends can disagree. Doesn't mean I hate you or something. I just worry about you, okay?
You guys gonna start a murder mystery Faerunian podcast, or is it just gonna be?
Do you want to start a murder mystery Faerunian podcast with me, Worthy?
Or is it just gonna be like how to be yourself in a chaotic
Hey,
world?
Worthy,
It's going to be a little bit of both.
Worthy, do you want to start a Faerun podcast called Nobody Asked Our Opinion, but
Sure.
we give
have that.
advice? Okay,
Sure.
great.
If we make it out of this cave alive, let's circle back about it.
Heard it here
Awesome.
first. I'm gonna say that
Sounds
this
nice.
conversation is happening en route
Great.
down the cave.
Yeah, on our way.
I've led them. I'm eager to get
Can
back
Rooster
above
just be
ground where I can see
walking
the
though,
sky.
like so proud, like
Absolutely.
still got it.
Absolutely.
Oh, Rooster, you look like you must be feeling pretty good, Rooster.
Don't even have to roll
yes.
for that. Fantastic. Rooster, back to themselves. Worthy looking at her hands, wondering where exactly her powers are coming from.
Also, as they're walking, Justin is now not holding the oath bow. He's kind of swapped it out, and he's holding the long bow, and he's just sort of strapped the oath bow to his pack, sort of trying to not touch it.
Right.
And
Thibodeaux.
I've got my
Shot it.
shillelagh.
Great. Thibodeaux, how you doing?
I feel better. I feel kind of weird. His voice is a little hoarse.
You make your way down the path. And after walking down a longer expanse of tunnels, the ground again becomes cobbled. And before you now is a 40-foot arch which opens onto a cavernous hall. The floor is cobblestone. At the opposite end of this hall is a raised platform with steps leading up. There are those same pools of water you see throughout the room, and the same glowing stones breaking through the rocky walls and floor and ceiling, giving off a dim light to the entire room. And this light reflects off of this acidic watery substance, as well as the heaps upon heaps upon heaps of glittering treasure. A countless sum of gold surrounds the base of this raised platform. Coins.
Justin says to the group,
Weapons.
don't touch anything.
Oh no, that would be rude.
You can't. No, I don't think. I'm going to go ahead and just say none of you have ever seen a heap of treasure like this. Justin says that to the group.
And I specifically look at Thibodeaux.
Looking back to Thibodeaux. And it's in Thibodeaux's eyes that you see Thibodeaux has stopped moving and is not looking at the treasure. And you follow his eyes back to the platform. And there sits a large black dragon with deep socketed eyes, a face that resembles a skull. And you notice that there are piles of bones scattered amongst the treasure, and a disconcerting number on the platform underneath the dragon.
Oh,
Cool.
wow.
Toby.
Whoa. Okay.
For those on the podcast, all of our jaws are on the floor because Joby has created such a cool Tales by Her experience.
Wow.
Check out youtube.com/ probably something about the familiars D&D. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Thank you.
Before any of you can speak,
Yeah.
you see the dragon's face uncurl. Look at all of you. And as it begins to speak and its mouth opens, acid just drips out onto the ground. And as it hits the cobblestones, just welcome, adventurers. I can see by the looks on your faces that you have not beheld the magnificence of a full dragon before. It takes in a huge whiff of the air around you, and it's so powerful that you can even feel the air, even though you're probably 80 or so feet away from this dragon. A gentle breeze begins to move around you. Welcome, as its head moves to look at you, Rooster. Dragonborn. Your adventuring party is lucky to have you. The folk of this world may spurn your very existence, but I know your worth. Strength. Turns to look at you, Worthy. I am surprised, still speaking to you, Rooster, to see you traveling with a tiefling. Be careful with them. Their bloodline. And it spits on the ground, and this acid loogie just lands on the ground next to it and rises up with steam. Be careful with them. Their bloodline traces back to the Lord of the Nine Hells himself. And then the dragon turns and looks at Pippa and takes in a deep breath. Ah, and welcome to you, young one. I thought I smelled the blood of dragonkind in your veins. Trust its power. It's promising to see one of our bloodline in one so small. Before any of you can speak, I have a request.
A panda, a tiefling, a half-elf, a human, and a dragonborn. Let me tell you why I have brought you here. Zolto, leader of the fire giants, has been scouring Faerun for pieces of a mythical colossus shattered thousands of years ago in battle. A titan of steel and fire that was said to have killed many dragons in ancient wars between our kind and the giants. Stories tell that it was as tall as a mountain. They call it the Vonindod. It would be the end of dragonkind if Zolto and his fire giants reassemble the Vonindod. For Zolto hates dragons as he hates all of his equals in battle. The rumor is that Zolto has assembled most of the Vonindod in his mountain lair. If he remakes it, your loved ones will die screaming under its steel feet. Help me find and destroy the last pieces of this great colossus. Help me kill that bastard Zolto, who deserves the same fiery fate of all giant kind. The last pieces may be protected by powerful spells, and I need those familiar with the weave on hand. And once we do this together, I will bring you back to wherever you are going. I will give you money, magic items, you'll be rich, and you'll have a dragon friend. Call me with that stone of yours, and I will be happy to come to your aid.
Give us 1 second to consider, please, but sounds pretty good to me. You are amazing.
Can I make an insight or a perception check just to see if I trust?
Yeah, we believe this dragon.
Go ahead. And can we
Which
just
would I
say a big ups to John Doherty?
Yeah.
Even though he's on vacation.
Amazing.
Even though he's on vacation. Still playing all named NPCs. Go ahead. That's a...
Perception or insight?
Go ahead, roll insight.
Okay. Oh, not great.
Could I get in on it too?
Yeah, I would want to know if
We'll do a group check.
the dragon was lying.
Everybody, I feel like you're being real rude to dragons right now.
Oh, no. 8? Low.
Can I do an insight check too? Okay.
Yeah, maybe dragon to dragon. Maybe that's advantage.
13.
I had a 14.
14.
Oh.
I had an 8.
No.
Everything... I'm imagining that you guys kind of huddle up.
Yeah.
And, let's see here.
I'm giving Pippa an eye. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
let's talk later, okay?
So, everyone huddles up. It, to the best of your ability, group, it seems that this dragon is on the level. Everything that they've told you does. That you don't smell a lie, an exaggeration.
Yeah.
Seems to be a deal before you. Nothing that's been said seems to be untrue.
Mr. Dragon, respectfully, it's very interesting what you say, but why don't you're a dragon, why don't you go out and take care of this yourself?
The dragon says to you, and just imagine that it's in that incredible voice that John sent forth, that this... Here, I have it written out. That Zalto resides in a place called the Iron Slog. And this is a mind that is under... let's see, the Great Dungeon Forge of Iron Slog is under... is within the Mount Hammerhast. And it's far to the north, and it's carved basically into the base of a 500-foot high mountainside. And he needs the help of an adventuring party to... He needs people to go into it. And to go on his own would be a suicide mission. He's a large... You look at him, and he's a large being. To make it from... to make it there, and then to try to get it himself would be too complicated. You get the sense that basically because you guys are of medium size, have various magical abilities, it would just benefit him that you would go in yourselves. And he avoids having to get into a fight.
I say to him, Snagtooth, Mount Hammerhast is quite a long journey. How would you propose we get there?
He looks at you, Jastan, and looks at the rest of you, and says, "Well, I believe all of you could probably fit on my back."
Okay.
Well.
Hell yes, that is dope.
Yeah.
Huddle. Could we huddle?
Yeah, just
quickly?
can you
Just a
excuse
quick
us for
huddle.
one moment, Snagtooth?
Little
yes.
one.
And I say to Snagtooth, like, non-dragons, am I right? Be right back.
Right,
No, for someone who's so sensitive about people.
Well,
You guys
I
are
would
huddled
think
up?
You'd want to make a new friend. I don't know. This is so weird.
All right. Yeah. What are your concerns, Worthy?
Look, if we could bargain for safe passage to Amphale,
Yes. I'd like to go there first.
drop off the children, find out about Winnie and Lydia, then use the stone, head north, regroup. I just don't like to bring... And Worthy lowers her voice even more, just to kind of keep it out of earshot of Pip and Bertram, just like, I don't want to be reckless with certain people.
I'd rather leave them in town.
Yes, I don't want to go straight there. Right. All right. Snaggletooth. We're amenable to your proposal. However, we have immediate and quite pressing personal business in Amphale. We'll need a few days, I'd say, before we can embark on this favor for you. What do you say to that?
You either help me destroy the Volindod or you don't. Take your time. Talk it over. You want to get this right. Trust me. You either help me destroy the Volindod or you don't. Take your time. Talk it over.
I don't think this is a real dragon.
I don't think...
Hold on a second.
Some sort of weird glitch.
Who's that man behind the curtain? It's like one of the rides like in Disneyland that just sort of like totally craps out on the way up to like Splash Mountain.
Like, oh no, let me off.
So it seems that Snagtooth is amenable, I'll say.
Yes. Well,
And
all right.
sort of, Thibodeaux, you feel Snagtooth's gaze rest on you. And wherever the orb of dragonkind is, in a pouch or bag, it feels like it's burning a hole in your pocket.
So, Wait, it's just so I'm clear, we can. Did Snagtooth ask us to call them with the stone when we're ready to go to Hammerhast, or when we're ready to leave Hammerhast?
When you're ready to go
to Hammerhast.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
And how about a lift to outside Amphail, just to speed this up for both of us?
I thought you'd never ask.
Oh.
Dope.
And you see Snagtooth's head lowered down onto the gold before it.
Okay.
And as you see the bottom of its jaw hit the gold, you just see coins just melt as the acid drips out of the side of its mouth. And it seems to be presenting its back to you.
All right.
You all gingerly approach. Pippa grabs onto your hand, Worthy, and just tugs on it a bit, asking for your attention. Looks up to you and says, What did the dragon say to me about my blood?
Know what it means yet, little one. We'll figure it out. Sometimes we have things in our families that we don't know what they mean. We don't know why they have them. But you're still you. Understand?
She nods, but you don't know if she's just appeasing you or not. That being said, all of you, as best you can, begin to climb up onto the back of this black chromatic dragon.
Nice.
You feel, as all of you are up there, its wings unfurl.
Ooh.
And you can see that its wingspan is probably 30 feet wide.
Snagtooth, you are the coolest thing ever.
As it jumps up into the air, all of you grab on to whatever you can grab onto, and Snagtooth flies up out through a hole that was in the wall behind it, and out through this sort of cavernous tunnel. You feel just this the smell of this acrid cave going away, and fresh smells coming towards you as you jettison out from underground up into the air, seeing all of Faerun before you. And that is where we are going to leave it.
Oh,
We're the familiars and we play D&D!
Yes, we're riding a dragon. Oh, Winnie, I'm coming for you, honey!
Wow. So, y'all, I just want to take 1 minute to thank all of you for going on this journey with me. Alex, Austin, Ben, Zach, and Annalise, and all of you for just leaving behind this crazy world we all find ourselves participating in and jumping into an even crazier one. It has been a great joy thus far. We're going to take a little breather here, have a bit of a summertime fun time, and also come back to you in the fall with even cooler, more awesome, if that's even possible, content, and see what happens as y'all reach level 8.
Oh, yes!
All right?
All right, we'll be back soon.
We'll be back
World.
soon. Catch
We'll
up
be back
on
soon.
past episodes. Take care of yourselves. And remember,
we love you, fam.
we love you, and our intent is all for your delight.